evening and welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. Today is Tuesday, August 1st, 2017. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, the Tullahoma Arts Center opens a new exhibit this Sunday. John Gray will bring us a story about how you can minimize your financial risk in the event you need to be transported to a hospital by helicopter due to a medical emergency. And we'll tell you how the Coffee County Senior Citizen Center celebrated their members' July birthdays. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
Keith Barnett here with the Russell Barnett Automotive family. Over 75% of car shoppers today use the internet to search for their new or pre-owned vehicle. That's why the russellbarnett.com website is so versatile, where you can check it anytime, all the time, online. You can search through our new and pre-owned inventory by make, model, mileage, or price. We can value your trade-in and get you pre-approved for financing before you even walk in the door. So check out russellbarnett.com, and remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Welcome back. Tullahoma's latest honorary alderman was introduced at last week's board meeting. Let's watch as Mayor Lane Curley makes the introduction.
You see that we have a new person at the table this evening. Very pleased to introduce Mr. John Cardosi. Mr. Cardosi is a member of the National Honor Society, the National English Honor Society. He is a Boy State delegate. I'm anxious to hear about that in just a minute. He's a volunteer at Horseplay. He is assisted with the kindergarten camp at Bel Air School. He's a member of the Cedar Lane Church of Christ. When he was a freshman, he was on the golf team, and he enjoys hunting and fishing. So John, welcome. Glad you're here. Tell us a little bit more about yourself, please, sir.
Like you said, I'm a senior at Tullahoma High School this coming up year, and I just enjoy outdoors. Take a lot of honors classes, AP classes. Plan on going to college, MTSU, Tennessee Tech. Really undecided right now at this point, but I know I'm going for sure. Like I said, thank you guys for having me here tonight. It's really an honor. And I just want to let you guys know of a few things that are happening at Tullahoma High School this coming up year. We're going to have for the freshman class, Uprising freshman class, will have a project initiation this Friday night, July 28th from 5 until 10. This will give the freshmen time to really get to know one another before they come in to the high school and kind of make some bonds. And we had our high school band camp this past week, and my little brother was in that, and he said it was very hot. And our first home football game will be September 1st against Marshall County. So, I'm rooting for a good year. And I also heard that we will be having a new SRO officer, Willie Young. I just wanted to make sure that he has a Wildcat welcome when he shows up. And, yeah.
Very good. Good report. Do you have any family with you in the audience?
Yes, sir. I have my mom and my dad out there, Tandra and John Cardosi.
Good. Very good. Well, we appreciate you being here tonight. Hopefully it's beneficial to you. If you would stand there at your desk, we've got a certificate we'd like to present to you recognizing you as an honorary alderman.
Fire Pup showed up at the meeting, as well as the Tullahoma Fire Department kicks off its fundraising campaign to raise money for fire safety education in the schools.
I think we've passed the Fire Pup stage.
I have a special guest with me. Thank you, Mayor and Board, for giving us just a few minutes to come before you tonight. We are asking for permission to participate in the National Fire Safety Council Fire Safety Program again this year. We've been in this program quite a few years. Mr. Stanton, please turn that hat around. Thank you. You do that every year. We've been in it so long. This used to be Fire Pup, but now you can see it's Fire Dog now. We're pretty sure he's the tallest in the state of Tennessee, and he may be the tallest in the United States. But we're proud to have him as our mascot. We visit schools every year, grades kindergarten through 5th grade, with a fire safety message. And the money that we receive during this program, this fundraiser, is how we buy all the material. We buy these hats, pins, stuff like that to deliver a good fire safety message throughout the city to the kids and adults. I'd like to answer any questions anybody has about it, or any questions about our Fire Pup.
Is the initials of Fire Pup BB?
I can't acknowledge that. This is Fire Dog now. I can't
Fire
get
Dog.
initials out.
Fire Dog, have I ever taken you for ice cream in the church there? No further questions.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I like the initials, Fire Dog FD Fire Department.
That's it.
Worked out
That's
pretty
it.
good.
Yep, he's grown into it well.
Yeah, it looks like it did.
We have to be careful with the smaller children when we take an 8.5-foot tall fire dog. We have to be kind of careful. He has to move slow. But we appreciate your support each year, and we'll raise about $5,000, and it's from businesses around town and individuals. Several of you may have given to that before, and we just ask that y'all support this again, and we ask that the businesses get the money in quick because school is just around the corner. So, thank you, Mayor.
Very good. Thank you.
We'll be right back with more Newsleader on 6.
Dr. Credit here from Russell Barnett Kia. Are you needing a vehicle but don't think it's possible because of your current credit situation? Great news. It is possible. But don't just take it from me. Here's a few of our satisfied customers and what they had to say.
Not only did they take the time to get to know me and my wants, they found me someone to finance me with my bad credit and got me the car of my dreams.
Dr. Credit, come see him. He's great. He can help you. I know he can. He helped me.
Schedule your appointment with Dr. Credit at Russell Barnett Kia so you can drive away happy.
All I have to do to think about what I was physically before and what I am now, and I don't ever want to go back to that original situation.
The overall mission of the rehab team is always what is best for the patient and how we can facilitate maximum potential from every resident.
Well, the most important thing to me is that I'm allowed to do whatever I want to do, you know.
Everyday Miracles at Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Arts Center opens a new exhibit this Sunday afternoon. Peggy Burton spoke with 2 of the participants.
I'm so happy to have on the set Tammy O'Connor, hi Tammy, and Mary Reeves. She and I go back a long way, and now she's painting, and you're doing glass work mostly, and you all are involved in the opening August 5th, correct?
Mm-hmm. The community art
Oh, it's
exhibit.
the 6th. It's the 5th that you're doing something with the children.
No, that's this Friday. The 24th we're doing something with the children.
Okay.
But the opening for the art show, it's a community art show, is at the Fine Arts Center, and that is going to be August 6th at 2 o'clock.
It's at the Tullahoma Arts Center.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes. We're trying real hard to learn to say Tullahoma Arts Center because it's changed its name.
I know.
And that's good. Anyway, you have multiple types of art that's going to be shown at this, so you tell me about it.
Well, we've got, I've got acrylics, and Susie does acrylics, so we've got another painter. We've also got glass work. She does beautiful glass work, and we've got another glass artist, Trenton, who does blown glass. Then we've got metal sculptures.
Blown glass,
and watercolors. A watercolor, so a college girl who does beautiful watercolors. This is going to be a nice arrangement.
What time does it open?
The reception is at 2 p.m.
2 o'clock.
And it's 2 to 5. We'll have refreshments, and then of course the exhibit itself will be open until the 26th.
And so the main opening is the downstairs and the upstairs, or
it's just
is
the
it
upstairs
all
gallery.
upstairs?
It's all
upstairs for the special event.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still stuff downstairs. You can buy gifts. You can look at artwork of local artists, I think.
And several of the artists who are exhibiting do have things in the gift store also.
Which is nice, because where else can you get something that's just totally original that nobody else has?
That's right.
That's what I love about art pieces. Mm-hmm. You want to mention a few of the people that are involved?
Sure. I'll have to read it here. Susie Lowry, Marie Kelly, Mary Reeves, Darcy Lee McCulca, Wesley Smith, Melissa Thompson, Trenton Turner, and John Hugh.
So that's a large group of people bringing their stuff in.
And they may have added one or two more. If you go to the Tennessee Arts Center page on Facebook, it'll have a complete list of everybody that's there, more information about each artist.
So, yeah.
Now, Wes does pottery. He does beautiful functional pottery, you know, cups and bowls and pictures like that.
Is he a young man?
He is. He goes to University of the South.
He goes to Swanee.
And
he's an actor also.
Yes.
He recently was in 1776.
That's such a fun part of this community art exhibit, is that there are up-and-coming young artists that you wouldn't get to see,
you know.
that you wouldn't get to see normally. So I just love this.
I think we ought to show your glass work while I'm standing here. While I'm sitting here. All right, this piece, you want to tell a little bit, if I get it hanging right. You want to hold it?
Sure.
You hold it, maybe. Isn't that beautiful? How long did it take you to put that together?
Oh, it was a work in progress for a couple of months, to tell you the truth. I was inspired by several different artists. Dart Hunter is one of my favorite artists, and this work was inspired by Dart Hunter, and this part was inspired by Gustav Klimt.
Oh, it's beautiful. Are you painting on this?
Yeah. Well, yes, I'm painting with glass.
Painting with glass. Okay.
On glass.
And then this
and there are multiple firings involved, and the textured clear.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And let's show the other one while we're at it. If a person buys this, do they hang it in their windows? Do they try to put it on their walls? Does it matter?
Sunlight.
Sunlight
is
nothing
nothing
wonderful.
like sunlight.
That's what
and
I was
glass.
thinking. If the sun was shining through this piece, that is awesome.
Sunlight is just magnificent through glass.
And Mary has done these beautiful acrylic pieces. And how long have you been painting, Mary?
A year.
See, to me, that's amazing.
That is
you
amazing.
Just got up one day and said, I'm going to paint. Look at this. You can almost see the fish in the sea. I mean, you feel like you're there.
I've sketched all my life, and I used to play around with watercolors, but never seriously. You know, you have kids, you have a career, it kind of gets pushed to the side. And then last year I just decided, you know what? I've always wanted to paint. I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
So a few YouTube videos from technique, and then basically just taught myself.
And you just picked up a brush and got some acrylic paint, brushed the canvas, and came up with this. And I love these two down here. I mean, I'm a farmer, so why wouldn't I love a rooster? Isn't he beautiful? Look at the colors there.
The rooster, that one is a really special one. In fact, I use that for the logo for my art.
Yeah.
Because that was the first one I did where I actually got an attitude across. It wasn't just a picture of a rooster.
He looks mad to me. Does he look mad to you? Okay.
That's what we call him.
And the owl looks sweet to me, like he's a nice, friendly, soft, maybe a white owl.
But it was when I did the rooster, I thought, you know, maybe I'm kind of good at this. I don't know. We're going to explore
You are good at it
more.
Because listen, time goes way too fast. Let's give the date and times one more time of the show.
All right, August 6th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. is the opening reception.
And that's Saturday.
And that's a Sunday.
Oh, sorry.
It's a Sunday.
Sunday afternoon.
It's a Sunday afternoon.
What a great thing to do after lunch in church or whatever.
Yep, go to church, go to lunch, then go. Keep broadening your mind and your heart.
We'll be right back after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. We all know that a medical emergency could impact any of us at any time, sometimes requiring air transport to a metropolitan hospital, and that helicopter ride could cost you thousands of dollars out of your pocket. John Gray brings us this story about how a few cents a day can help prevent this from happening to you.
This is Kristen Ware, and I met her at the Chamber of Commerce coffee, last month, was it?
Yes, sir.
Last month,
Yes,
and
sir.
I was so impressed with this young lady and what she does, and I'm going to let her explain to you, but they have a service, and it involves helicopters and health, and getting you where you need to be expediently for a price that you can afford. And it's a new concept to me, and she's a lovely young lady, and I won't let her talk to you about that because you'll be impressed as well.
Thank
Now,
you for those kind words.
Tell us and our audience about exactly what your company does and how you can help everybody in this area by giving them a good deal on helicopters.
Okay.
Okay.
We work for Air Medcare Network.
Air Medcare Network. Okay.
We are the largest air medical provider in the country. We offer a membership service, and our membership service costs $65 a year. That's less than 20 cents a day. Now,
you hear that out there?
That's right. That's right. Less than 20 cents a day. Now, why is membership important? Membership is important because what we do is actually provide helicopter service, medical helicopter service in rural areas. We have bases in 39 states across the country. So when you buy membership, you don't just have membership here, you have membership almost everywhere.
Right. 39 states.
39 states and nearly 300 bases across the country.
So if you're on vacation and have a problem,
correct,
you don't get socked with a big bill from some company,
correct,
in Florida or wherever you are.
Yes, sir.
You've got a membership card that you're paying $65 a year.
Yes, sir. Per person. Well, I'm sorry, it's not per person, it's per household. So it's you and anyone in your household. For instance, there are a lot of people who care for their elderly parents.
Sure.
So as long as that person lives under the roof, then that person is covered.
So explain what happens if John Gray needs to fly to Vanderbilt for an emergency. And most of this stuff is emergency stuff.
It is,
you usually don't
absolutely.
take a helicopter unless you need one.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So you get called, they come get whatever, and then you don't get a bill?
No, that's why membership is important. The typical insurance company has that term, what they deem to be reasonable and customary. Right?
Reasonable and customary.
So here's an example. Say a helicopter flight costs $25,000, but your insurance company deems what is reasonable and customary to be $10,000, and you have an 80-20 policy. Right?
Right.
You're on the hook for that $2,000 of the 10, that's the 80-20, and then the balance of the bill, which is another $15,000.
Right.
So if you had membership and you fly on a helicopter that is covered under membership, then you don't owe another penny. Our company will bill like any other healthcare, or bill the insurance company like any other healthcare provider would. What's interesting too about what we do, we really support veterans. If you are currently enlisted in the military, you fly for free, no questions asked. Most of our helicopters, about 90%, helicopter pilots are veterans of the military.
Congratulations and bless you.
Yes, well, you know what? It takes a lot of time, flight time, to get the number of hours required to fly a helicopter like that, and that's an important thing.
Right.
And then all of our nurses and our paramedics they're not floor nurses. These are people that have worked in trauma units and emergency rooms, and so they've responded to scenes that all sorts of things that they see.
Right. Well, they would have to be on a helicopter like that, because when they show up, it's usually not a pretty situation.
No, it's very traumatic.
Where's the closest one to Tullahoma? Where are you located out of? Where do you operate out of?
Well, I live in McMinnville, so I'm in Warren County, but I cover Warren, Cannon, Coffee, Grundy, Moore, and Rutherford.
Okay.
We have bases all over the place. There's a base in Winchester, there's a base in Manchester, there's a base in Fayetteville, Oh my goodness, where else? North of us, we have lots of bases in Kentucky.
So you're minutes away.
Correct. Correct.
Not hours.
No,
not a bunch
and
of
that's,
minutes.
and that's what's
minutes
important about
away.
that, what they call the golden hour. That's why having a helicopter service in your community is important, because that golden hour of getting you from where you, a horrible accident scene to the proper care that you need.
Thank you so much for being here. Know that you're welcome to come back. Give this young lady a call, folks. We all need to take care of ourselves, and why not do it for free, basically. $65 a year, and you need a helicopter, that's almost free as far as I'm concerned. Give her a call.
More Newsleader on 6 is coming up in a moment.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Senior Citizen Center came up with a rather unique way to celebrate their members' July birthdays. Philip Scoggins stopped by last Friday and brings us this story.
I'm Vicki from the Senior Center, and we're having our monthly birthday party this evening, and we're having Christmas in July. So you can see that we have our elves here, Mary and Kay, and people are coming dressed up, and we're going to give a little award for the most distinguished, I guess, gentleman and lady. We're having a traditional Christmas dinner. We've got prizes for everybody, gifts. We got the firemen here to help distribute, and Santa Claus ought to be here very, very soon.
Okay. Well, what was your idea of having Christmas in July?
We always try to have a theme for each birthday party. So we just, our first one, we're learning tonight.
And could you tell me a little bit about the entertainment today?
Entertainment today is the Beach Grove Bob Band. They play here regularly, and so that's our entertainment tonight. And like I say, we've got Santa and gifts and just all kinds of good stuff.
You sure look like the traveling kind. But don't stop if this ain't where you wanna be. Don't know what you think you're running through. Pass me by if you're only passing through. I'm not gonna be your stepping stone. Among the other hearts that you walk on. Lord, help me fight for love with you. Pass me by if you're only passing through. You sure look like the traveling kind to me. But don't stop if this ain't where you wanna be. I don't know what you think you're running to. Pass me by if you're only passing through. Pass me by if you're only passing through.
want to invite everybody to come to our senior center. We're at 410 North Collins Street, Tullahoma. Just come and visit us, see what all we got going on. We stay busy all the time. And like I say, tonight is just one of our many activities, so we hope you'll come out. We're next to the library, so come out and see us. We're 50 and up, so come join us.
And don't forget to tune into this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. This week's guests include representatives from the upcoming TSU reunion in Tullahoma, and we'll show some previous South Jackson Goes Country highlights in preparation for this year's event. All that and more on this week's Living.
And stay with us, we'll have your weather forecast coming up right after these messages.
The Russell Barnett Automotive family has launched its new Owner Advantage program. It starts as simple as your first year's maintenance is included with the purchase. We have 1 year, 3 year, 5 year plans available. Car detailing, car rental, collision repair. Stop by one of our 5 locations and let one of our certified sales staff tell you all about it. The Russell Barnett Automotive Family Advantage program. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
It's your trademark. That's something special everyone knows and remembers. It's your thing. It's made holidays special for decades and summers unforgettable for the entire neighborhood. It's made everyone laugh every single time. Don't let illness or injury keep you from doing your thing. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
It's time for every family and business in Tullahoma to go green and recycle. Tullahoma Public Works makes it simple and easy to recycle. Just place your recyclable materials, paper, plastic, aluminum, and cardboard beside your garbage container on the same day your garbage is picked up. Your recycled materials don't have to be in a fancy container. Recycling is not only the right thing to do, it makes sense. Recycling pays. Paying to bury our garbage costs each of us. Please do your part. Let's go green, Tullahoma, and recycle.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1970 at 97 degrees. The record low was in 1972 at 57 degrees. The average high on this day is 88 and the average low is 67. Partly cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 69. Mostly cloudy weather expected on Wednesday with a high of 88 and a low of 69, and cloudy with a chance of rain on Thursday with a high of 89 and a low of 70. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.
Have a great evening.